I would listen to the greats like Joe Pass, Martin Taylor, and Tuck Andress and wonder how they could play such large repertoires of solo instrumentals, gig after gig, record after record, improvising with so many variations for long stretches without getting tripped up, and seeming to do it all effortlessly. The assumption was they just had a natural talent for it, which I don't have. But it just seemed like if other humans could do this, there had to be some way I could do it, at least to some extent. A big clue came from Joe Pass, who stated, "If it's hard to play, forget it." So I started working on the arduous task of finding an easy way to play in this style. The first key point quickly revealed itself. Maintain a span of 5 frets or less between any melody note and any simultaneous bass note, even when multiple notes in one part are moving while a single note in the other part is being sustained. In other words, if a melody note is being sustained on the 7th fret on either string 1 or 2, all walking bass line notes must fall on frets 3 through 7 on strings 5 and 6. So, for example, I'll fret on the 6th string, 3rd fret, while holding this melody note on the 7th fret. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets. And it's not a difficult stretch if you have your thumb planted in this position, which is slightly under the center of the back of the neck. If you try to put your thumb up over the neck, then it's nearly impossible to make that stretch. So I can play a walking bass line from this position, going from the 3rd fret up to the 7th fret, and it's easy to do. Now, if I try to go past that, for starters, I can't go any higher than where I have my little finger planted on the 7th fret. I can't go any higher with a bass note. I can't really go to the 8th fret. And on the other end, I can reach the 2nd fret on the 6th string, but it's too uncomfortable. And in a playing situation, I just can't do that. So I limit the span to 5 frets, and everything is fairly easy. It gets easier if you go up higher on the neck because the frets are closer together. Playing walking bass lines and melodies simultaneously with chords inevitably presents difficult or impossible fingering combinations because frequently one line will either ascend while the other line descends, or a note on one line will be sustained while multiple notes on the other line are moving up and down against it. I discovered that virtually any melody phrase consisting of a note range that would fit onto strings 1 and 2 could be played simultaneously with an uninterrupted walking bass line with chord vamps, or for that matter, even a root 5th bass line with chord vamps. Adding strings 3 and 4 to the melody line would also work with an uninterrupted bass line if no chords were being played at the same time the melody notes were being played on these strings. Another thing I noticed was if the bass line continues uninterrupted, the chord vamps on strings 3 and 4 can be skipped while short notes of a melody phrase are being played on those strings, or on strings 1 and 2 for that matter, without substantially weakening the groove. So, a key point is the only periods during which the chord vamps are necessary to keep the groove going strong are either A, when long melody notes are being sustained, or B, when no melody notes are being played at all, such as between phrases of the melody. It's now a matter of viewing the construction of a melody phrase as consisting of either short notes lasting one beat or less, or long notes lasting longer than one beat, or a combination of both, and then placing all of the long notes on strings 1 and 2. The playing field begins to open up now.